Hello, Truth Seekers. We are on lesson 219 of Course in Miracles workbook, still in the review. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is interesting. Let's start off with our usual mantra. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. And we are reviewing lesson 199, which is I am not a body, I am free. I am God's son. Be still, my mind, and think a moment upon this, and then return to earth without confusion as to what my Father loves forever as his son. I mean, it's pretty important because our minds are so powerful that we can absolutely get sent on a wild goose chase of confusion and ego and anger and jealousy and whatever those many lower vibrational emotions that really you can feel in the body. And now you're confused. Now you've become the body, you've become your mind, and you don't know which way is up. And it's a pretty rough place to be. And there's certain times of the year or in our lives where we might be ascending, up-leveling, elevating, and changing our frequencies by doing this work. And wounds do come up, and it can almost be like feels like a physical death. Not that I know personally what a physical death feels like, because, well, I'm still alive, but it just feels so physically painful, not just emotionally painful, not just energetically painful. I mean, it almost just feels like physical pain. And we forget. We get so lost in the sauce for an hour, which to me that's long enough, but it could be a couple of days, it could be a month. For some, it's longer than that. If you're with me on this channel, I think you've probably seen you're past your darkest days, but you will have some or darkest chapters, I want to say, but it doesn't mean that you are past some dark hours, because they will come up, and you need to trust the process, and you need to keep reminding yourself that you are not any of the things that have taken you on the wild goose chase of hell. Like, it is a nightmare. So I just want to read, if I can find my glasses. I just want to read. Okay, so, and this really boils down to freedom. So freedom must be impossible as long as you perceive a body as yourself. The body is a limit. Who would seek for freedom in a body looks for it where it cannot be found. The mind can be made free when it no longer sees itself as in a body. The mind that serves the Holy Spirit is unlimited forever and always, beyond the laws of time and space, unbound by any preconceptions, and with strength and power to do whatever it is asked. And then it goes into attack thoughts, and you really feel like daggers are going into your heart, your chest, all your extremities. It's living hell. I've been kind of going through a living hell these last couple of days. I haven't stopped doing these videos, and I realize I can't stop doing these videos because even though I've done this workbook, there's been so much undoing so far, but there's still residue left, and there's certain thought patterns that hide in the crevice, hide in the cracks, and you don't realize until you're faced with it. And it's like, sometimes it feels even more painful when you've been on this path, because you think you've got it covered, and then you realize, shit, I don't. But that's okay. There's no judgment. God's not judging. It is part of the process. And even though it feels like you're taking steps back, you're not. You're not actually. It is all part of the movement forward. I mean, even relapsing in a program for alcoholics or whomever, relapsing is actually like part of the program, part of the steps, part of the treatment. Because it almost, without it, it's a reminder of how you're just feeding into the illusion again when you relapse. Huh. Interesting. That's why it's necessary. That's why it's necessary. The relapse is necessary. The monkey mind is absolutely necessary as part of this process. I've been kind of beating myself up for being a bad course student. I'd forgotten. I lost my way. And no. You start doing these lessons again, and then you realize, I think I took like a couple days off. It's like, no, got to do one today. I'm like really behind. I really wanted to stay on track with the calendar day of the year and where we would be had we started on January 1. Okay, that's not happening. But, yeah, like, you need the relapse. Because sometimes when you're off in this beautiful never land of the awakening, sometimes you need that reminder of the illusion so it can really solidify your position in your awakening and that you want to stay awake. You don't want to fall back asleep. I fell back asleep. Forgetting what I am, who I'm serving, what this is all about. I just moved players around like chess pieces, and I think I took myself right out of the game. I just took my piece off the board. I was just like, wait, whoa. But you need to relapse, because you need to see it again, be reminded again that none of it served any sort of peace of mind, but peace and love and joy. Because it's all false, and it got me further and further away from God, which is the truth. It just got me further away from the truth. So I'm so grateful for the relapse. And anybody that is struggling with, let's say, addictions, and they're going through a program, don't beat yourself up for the relapse. It's almost like you need the relapse as a reminder. You really can't go back, because when you've been in the program long enough, you think you've got it, you're happy, or you're feeling peaceful, you've got certain pieces of your soul back. And then you think, well, I remember a time when alcohol or drugs or whatever was a good time. It felt good before it's not a problem until it's a problem. Well, before it got to be a problem, it was feeling quite good. So I'm feeling quite good. So maybe I can dabble back in there and just balance out both and do both. Because I feel like I've got my head on straight, and I'm in this program, and so I think I can handle it. And then so you relapse, feeding into that illusion and realizing, God, this does not feel good. I went back to it, and it was like a reminder of, this is not the life that I want to go back to. The reason why I was feeling peace and joy, because I was not going back, and I wasn't relapsing. And I had a relapse. And now I'm back, folks. I'm freaking back. And I need to really make a commitment to myself to continue doing these lessons. If I get 1 view, 10 views, who fucking cares? I'm looking at myself right now doing these lessons, and it's for anybody, it's for me. And if I'm making myself healthy in this program called A Course in Miracles, then I can, confirmation, thank you, Vivian, I can then serve and disseminate whatever I can and project healthy awakening. I mean, that's why I'm doing it anyways. Maybe if somebody can catch this and it catches fire in the best way possible, well then, mission accomplished, right? Okay, so lesson 219, pretty easy. I am not a body, I am free. And we are not. Boy, I relapsed. I forgot. I was all up in this body and my head and my everything physical about this being, and then into my mind and the ego and the no. All right, we'll close out lesson 219. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Till next lesson, take care.